while we are all eagerly waiting for episode 6 to finally drop this Friday, I thought I would bring you guys 27 facts and predictions about this upcoming episode that you might not have heard of yet. Episode 6 is set to release on August 15th after Glitch surprised everyone with a trailer drop that nobody saw coming. And although Gooseworks teased it a few weeks before during a stream that episode 6 is gonna come out sooner than episode 5 did, it's still kinda surprising that it's gonna be dropping less than 2 months after episode 5. It seems like the fact that they animated these 2 episodes together really sped things up. And maybe Glitch also wants to focus on the Gaslight District after it got greenlit, so maybe that's why they want to push out the remaining episodes of the amazing digital circus as soon as possible. The episode will clock in at over 33 minutes, making it the longest digital circus episode yet. And hopefully the extended runtime will give us way more character development and plot progression than any previous episode. Gooseworks described episode 6 as the storm, following episode 5's lighter tone, suggesting we're in for some serious emotional intensity compared to the chaotic set of adventures that happened in episode 5. And although it was a bit all over the place, episode 5 didn't completely lack drama and intensity, so it makes me a bit worried about what we can expect from episode 6. The main premise of the next episode involves Kane giving everyone guns and splitting the circus members into teams for a combat adventure. And this appears to be his solution after his previous trust-building attempts failed miserably with the circus members. The characters will be split into 3 groups: Pomni and Jax as the bad guys, Ragatha and Kinger as Team Pew Pew, and Zubul and Gangle as Team Unmasked. And this is definitely gonna be interesting, and based on the trailer video, it seems like this is how the characters are gonna have heart-to-hearts, so each one with their pair. And while I'm a shameless abstract simp, I also can't wait to hear Jax opening up to Pomni. There was an out-of-context line which Gooseworks shared before episode 5 came out, and it was, "You made a whole guy for that?" And based on the sneak peek which was shown at San Diego Comic-Con, now we know that it's gonna be Zubul who says this line, and it's gonna be about Mig.
"You made a whole guy for that?"
The episode will confirm that CNA officially stands for Kane and Abel, finally solving one of the show's biggest mysteries. We can see this clearly marked on the guns that Kane provides to the circus members in the trailer. Now, as for who Abel really is, we cannot be sure, but there are certain things that could prove that maybe Abel is actually Kinger. But this connects Kane to the biblical story of Cain and Abel as well, where in the original story, Cain becomes humanity's first murderer and gets marked by God, doomed to be a restless wanderer who can never settle anywhere. Now look at our Kane. He's trapped in this digital space, endlessly creating adventures and trying to keep everyone entertained, almost like he's serving some kind of eternal sentence. The fact that he can't seem to leave the circus and is obsessed with being the perfect host might not just be his programming, but actually reflects this ancient curse of never finding peace. Pomni appears to show a completely different side of her personality in this new episode, looking genuinely excited about the violent adventure, and this is unexpected since we've mostly seen her anxious and overwhelmed in previous episodes. Gooseworks had previously mentioned that there's a part of Pomni we haven't seen yet, and this episode might finally deliver on that promise. And there are people saying that maybe she's gonna change completely due to Jax, but honestly, give Pomni more credit, guys. She said in episode 5 as well that she can think for herself, and her character is not black and white, which is good because it means that she has depth. So let's just wait and see what actually happens to her. Jax will be seen with keys again, just like he had Kaufmo's key in episode 1. The trailer shows him in the dorm hall, suggesting he might be breaking into someone's room again for whatever reason. And maybe it's gonna be Zubul's room based on the fact that he's standing in front of their door, or maybe it's also possible that this is where we can finally see Jax's room, because Gooseworks also confirmed that we are going to see it eventually. Ragatha gets shot by Jax early in the episode, and while the characters can't actually die from gunfire, the emotional impact on her will likely be significant. This moment should highlight how the violence affects them mentally, even if not physically. The episode will explore how the digital world has changed each character's personality over time, and this is something Gooseworks has promised we'll learn more about, showing the psychological toll of being trapped in the circus, and based on the trailer, it kinda looks like the characters could have changed a lot since they spawned in. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to learning more about their pasts. Kinger's expertise with weapons will be highlighted again, especially when he's in dark environments, as we can see here, but maybe it's also possible that his computer science background and connection to the circus's origins might become more relevant as the episode progresses, because in this frame it kinda looks like he's reading the Cain and Abel engraving on the gun, so maybe it's gonna make him remember something crucial. Gangle's comedy mask will break again, forcing her back into her tragedy persona, but based on the trailer, it looks like Zubul is going to try to protect her and even talk her through her sadness, which is not news, because in the last 2 episodes, Zubul paid extra attention to Gangle and always tried to cheer her up. Episode 6's adventure is gonna be set in the circus, which is gonna be the first time since episode 1's Gather the Glowing's adventure. And it also seems like we're gonna see parts of the circus we haven't seen before, such as this tunnel, and hopefully maybe the rooms of the already abstracted characters, because Gooseworks said this in the trailer.
Making shows is really hard when you have a cast this big.
So maybe this could mean that we might see some flashbacks about the abstracted characters like Ribbit or Kaufmo. I'm 100% sure that the mannequin character is gonna appear again, because it appeared in every single episode so far, and maybe something is gonna get revealed about this mysterious mannequin, like maybe this could tie into theories about Abel's fate and his potential role in the circus, or maybe it's gonna be something completely different. Bubble will be shown filming the adventure with a camera, supporting theories that the digital circus might be entertainment for an outside audience, which would make sense because in episode 3, Jax broke the fourth wall and talked directly to the audience.
What do you, the viewers, think it is?
So it looks like they are also aware of the situation. The relationship between Jax and Ragatha will likely reach new levels of tension, with their conflict affecting team dynamics and forcing other characters to take sides during the combat scenarios. Gooseworks has teased that so far nobody accurately predicted how episode 6 will play out, suggesting the emotional depth will go far beyond just characters shooting each other with guns. The episode is expected to explore themes of manipulation and trust, particularly through Jax's interactions with Pomni and how their new friendship affects the group dynamic and especially Ragatha. It also looks like character relationships will be tested under pressure, with the combat scenario forcing everyone to reveal their true feelings about each other rather than maintaining polite facades, which is gonna be interesting. The episode will probably feature more character backstory hints, such as how long Kinger has been in the circus and what he might remember from the early days, and how young Jax was when he first spawned in, or it could also reveal more about Jax and Ragatha's relationship with each other and with Ribbit. Kane's desperation will likely become more apparent thanks to his previous adventures failing. The gun-based solution represents his increasingly extreme attempts to create engaging content for the circus members. Evil Pomni is confirmed to make some kind of return in this episode, though whether it's the actual evil clone or just Pomni embracing her darker impulses remains to be seen. There's a theory that Jax might manipulate Pomni by locking her away and replacing her with evil Pomni, which could lead to some seriously dark plot developments and potential character abstraction, although based on how Gooseworks said that we couldn't figure out what's gonna happen in the next episode, I'm thinking that probably nobody's gonna abstract and instead we're gonna see some other kind of torture of the characters. Gooseworks has hinted that this episode will show Jax's true colors, suggesting we'll finally see him do something genuinely horrible that goes beyond his usual pranks and reveals his manipulative nature, most likely by how he seems to be trying to befriend Pomni only because he wants to hurt Ragatha. But these were the 27 facts about the upcoming episode 6 of the Amazing Digital Circus. Let me know if I missed something down in the comments. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.